Game save.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now we are looking here at Last Love and that is the main island of Miss Hunt right now, and well, she doesn't know what's coming to her, but if you look closely enough here you can see we get all the shares available for this island here, and that means I can take this island here, the last major island of Miss Hunt, because I should do that too, because when you look at diplomacy here, as we can see, non-aggression pact is over in 11 minutes, and when that happens, well, she's definitely going to declare war on me again, and it's not that, well, cheap as well, so 4,500,000, and it's growing, so we should purchase it rather earlier than later, or sooner than later. In that case here we get 9 million on our bank account right now, so it's half of my money that we have, but it's fine, it's worth it. And with that, let's purchase the main island of Miss Hunt. Oh, I like the sound of that, and look at that. That is the island now. She's crushed, of course. It was a main island. All her ships, as we can see now, are totally confused. It had a huge defense here in the harbor, and that is just pretty damn important to take this one here financially, with financial power. So she's only got now 3 smaller islands here at the moment. Let me just check as well. Oh, Angie's trying to purchase some other shares here, but we're going to take that right away. Let me just check here real quick where she is now military-wise. So yes, she definitely lost. She was almost equal to us. Now, in economy-wise, she's even worse than before. So I hope with that we kind of took, bought ourselves some time there, because we definitely need that. Otherwise, before or until she's going to declare war on me, we got up here one of my main fleets now with battle cruisers as well. And here, for some reasons, I don't know, she's just patrolling around here with her major ships there all the time up here. So as soon as she declares war on me, my ships can just fire immediately and take her by surprise. The same thing I wanted to do up here in the old world. So we do have my main fleet over here. We should probably get it, close here somewhere to one of her islands. So if she declares war on us, well, we can then just take the next big island of her. That's important. That's going to hurt her quite a lot. And with that, we can, I think, safely now continue building our Cape Trelawney. The thing with Cape Trelawney, what's important right now is that I want to get more AI opponents into this game again. Because Miss Hunt, well, she's kind of boring now. She's just annoying, an annoying old hag. And in that case here, we do need the courthouse. Now, the courthouse is here. It's kind of like a monument, once again, so a several stages monument. This is not the final location. We just should build it. I can still move it around later then. But right now, I want to build it here. Of course, the school is going to disappear then as well at some point. And there we have the courthouse, so the first major building in our city center. Here we have the World's Fair then coming up, and here we have then our palace. And the palace, it's very important for the palace to be in the center. Some of you were asking why I'm not building it over here, because this is a beautiful location, no doubt, absolutely marvelous with the waterfall in the background. The problem is the palace is has a very good area of effect in its radius for investor and engineer buildings, especially when it comes to attractiveness. So, for example, it takes I think +6 attractiveness for every investor building. There's this bonus, and in here, if I have it here, as we can see when I put it to the road, there we have our area of effect, and all these buildings are affected by it then. And I wouldn't have that over there, you know, so it's much less efficient if I have it over there. So we are going to have the palace here in the center. Now, for the palace, well, we still have some time for the palace, but the courthouse we should definitely start. And there it is. Construction has started. Phase 1 out of 3 we have. We can see that it does need some reinforced concrete, farmers, bricks, and timber. And then we can start the phase. And there we have it. The second phase is started now. So the first phase usually is the fundament, and the second phase is now that one here. We're building that. We are a bit negative now with the farmers, because this monument here does need 500 farmers for construction, but it's not that important if we have a -90 there for the farmers. No problem so far. So this one's building now, and once this is finished, we should have a new shipyard. Or, well, if we don't have the shipyard, we should have a new option here. We'll build the ships in the steam shipyard in a harbor, where we can then build an enemy AI ship. So that is, for example, a ship for Bente Jorgensen, a ship for Hugo Mercier. That is something that's going to be interesting. That's going to spice the game up again in the late game, because those AI opponents are interesting, especially the Anarchist. We want to follow his quest line there and make it a bit more interesting there. Now, beautiful. So far, we have that. The other thing that we still want is, well, we still have the Scepter of Capone. So, despite Old Nate's attempt to lay his hands on the scepter, the Queen has chosen to leave the restoration to the trained art restorers of Crown Falls. They will see to the moment they have the special materials they require.
New orders.
And this one's down here. So all I need to do is unload those goods. So as we can see, deliver the rod, the pommel, and the eagle.
Do I ask too much?
And in that case here, let's have a look. We do have the pommel, we do have the eagle, we don't have the rod yet. So the rod of the Scepter of Capone. And we probably have that in one of our item storages here. There it is, the rod of the Scepter of Capone. So there we now have one of our cargo ships. And let's load it on there. And let's deliver it over there then. And then we can finally finish this quest here, which is probably the main or the grand finale that we have there. And then we still have the zoo. Well, with the zoo, we have the expedition on its way right now. I want to get more animals, that is, and something else, because I'm building some cargo ships here. Let's send those 2 cargo ships there to the old world. And in the old world, we have Madame Kahina, and she's selling us some animals there from time to time, and flowers for the botanical gardens. So that's exactly what we want, more items for that, because the expeditions are nice, but, well, they're kind of time consuming if I want to do that all the time. Alright, so she settled here. I don't care about that. So that's that, that's the first thing. Now, the next one, construction has stopped. Why? No, construction has not stopped. Everything's still working here, right? I think so. We do have the materials. We don't have all the workforce there necessary, so let's just have a few more farmers then. We do have some space here. We can just squeeze in a few more farmer buildings. That here, just where we have the pub. In that case here, a few more. So that we do have the necessary workforce. And yeah, I'm also thinking about the placements of my botanical garden and my zoo while we're talking. And I think my plan is, and you can just comment on that if you like to, the botanical gardens here. So we have the botanical, the gardens then here on 3 or 4 islands. On these islands there. I think this is looking pretty cool then, when you have the gardens here, you know, then the waterfalls in the background. I think it just fits. And the zoo, we might just have up here on this elevation there. So when you visit the zoo, you can just have a look down there at the city. Marvelous, right? And the museum, well, the museum should be central, as it is the case often, and we do have some space here. So I might just go here with the museum, then we have lots of space there. I can get rid of those buildings, and those buildings are probably, and then we have a beautiful museum there just with the palace and everything there in the center. Something like that. So those will be the locations most likely.
Guilty until you prove yourself innocent.
Oh, Eli, I don't care about you. And there we have it now. We can turn in the quest.
How did you manage to wriggle out of it?
The Scepter of Capone has almost been returned to its former splendor. There are just 2 final details missing. The inlay of pearl it once had and the delicate filigree I have seen in the paintings. Provide the resident with 5 tons of gold and 3 tons of pearls. Now we do have the gold. Not right now, but you know, my ships are delivering gold all the time. That's something, so we still need the pearls. Now the pearls is something we can also get, and we do need lots of pearls, because when I look at my investors, quite unhappy, yeah, -6 still, they do need the jewelry, and the jewelry is made with gold and pearls. So we need much more gold and pearls to deliver to Crown Falls. That is a task, and since they're so unhappy, we do have, or what I've prepared here beside the bank already is, well, a members club. So there we have it. Beautiful, I think, with some statues and a little park around it. And this is a major building, very important. So when we look at the happiness now, -6 it is. And the investors are happy because this is finally a place where they can meet. You know, obviously at the bank they can meet, but it's not a proper place. Now the members club is a proper place. And look at that, it's +2 now. So my investors are much happier now again. I should not fear of any riots there. And I think this central here is looking pretty cool so far. So there we have the beautiful members club building. I really like this one, especially with the statues around here. There are some people, rich people walking around. So that's something we have here. This is a huge avenue that we have there, you know, very long. And here, where we only have grass right now, we are going to see a beautiful palace then in the future. I think this is going to look amazing and definitely much more different than my previous crown folds, that is. So far, so good. So let's have a look in the new world. In the new world, we should get the pearls going. So we have in La Fortuna, we have pearl abundance. So in this case here, we just need some space here on the beaches, and we have plenty of space here. I left this open here if you remember. And up here we do have a beach, and in the harbor area we do have a beach. So it's really easy to make this one. It just needs some farmers and timber, and that's it basically. So we can build lots of them, and we're going to do that. They do need 1 minute and 30 seconds there for every time. So I think this is quite a lot there right now. We do have enough bricks, so let's have a paved road for that as well. Right, and I think we should have another warehouse then here somewhere for those pearls there. And here we only have one warehouse as well. I hope this is enough, otherwise we'll just have to move one of these farms there. But that should be enough there. Let's have a paved road here as well.
Celebrate your leadership.
Going all the way over there. Let's have a look. And yes, they can reach all the warehouses now available to them. So that's that side. But of course that's not enough, because I don't want to tend to the pearls all the time. So we're going to have more pearl fishers than here. That's the pearl farm. Oh, we do need farmers though. It's good to see that. Right, and there we have...
has ended.
Oh, and the aggression pact is over. So Miss Hunt, what do you say? Is it a big showdown?
Has stopped.
There we have more pearl farms now. They look quite nice there. I like that. I don't know how they catch pearls this way, but it seems to work. And there they're sorting it out then. Very good. That's that. And yeah, we do need more farmers. So Port Royal, we can enlarge in the city. We do have a marketplace here. So in that case, let's have some more houses in that area. So this is further away from the center now, so we don't need to look for that many ornaments anymore, you know. So I usually like it to have more ornaments and stuff like that in the center, and as we go more outside, it becomes more simple, like in real life too. So in that case here, we do have a few more blocks of farmers. That should be fine then for the workforce up here as well. Oh, I don't think that I will reach that. Let's have it like that. That should do. And then we can just have some more normal roads again. This one here. Going up here. And here it's going to be interesting. Ah yes, very good. So we reach all the buildings there. And the same thing here. So that should be fine. It's going down already. And of course, this one's still growing here now up to 10. So that's definitely enough farmers that we have. So Port Royal, we have grown now over here. Next upgrade will be then probably here and here. But of course, that costs me more resources again. I'm also baffled by the size of these trees here. So I didn't realize that before. But just look at the trees and look at my buildings. And especially look at my palm trees. So these palm trees, I placed them. And here we have those trees there. They're huge, really. I don't know if there's a bug or something like that. These palm trees here look better again. You know, this looks like real life, but this is just huge. But it might just be that big. Doesn't matter. Now, we have that. What we need for the pearls, we do need a trade route. We do have enough ships, so a few ships have been constructed right now. There we have La Fortuna and going to Cape Trelawney. And once again, these are artisan factories that don't pollute the air as far as I know. So we can have that in Cape Trelawney. And then we have the pearls here. So I guess in this case here, we can take 200 tons again and make it 2 ships. To ensure a steady supply. Right, so Pharaoh, a newly built ship. Let's use this right away. So it's going to take some time for this ship here to arrive. And then there should be plenty of pearls available. Oh, this island is really precious here, La Fortuna, so we really got lots of stuff out of this one here. No defense here, but our ships are right in front of the island there, and Miss Hunt is really weak in the New World anyway, so I doubt there's going to be any major impact here anywhere. Yeah, the problem here is really that those warehouses now... it's actually not that bad, you know, so I think 2 waiting is fine. I think that's fine. That's all the pearls we need. What we definitely need more though is gold. So in that case here we have in La Fortuna and Port Royal lots of gold already. So we have 12 gold mines right now. I don't think that that is enough though. So that is something we need to look forward to. Right, next up, so logical expedition needs our attention.
Hair-raising horrors.
Apostasy, the crew needs some common ground. It is a fact that your crew were recruited regardless of the origins of beliefs, and your officers now wonder if this was a mistake. After weeks of lasting rainstorms, the more devout sailors raised their voice. This constant punishment is testimony to his obvious displeasure at the hearsay aboard. Something is needed to bring the believers and apostates together before things get out of hand. Encourage the apostates to have faith. That's the only thing we can really do. And, oh, we lost something. The herdsman. Oh, that was an item. So the priest further inflames those in opposition. If your friend who is as your own soul entices you secretly, saying, "Let us go and serve other gods," your hand shall be first against him to put him to death. Needless to say, the tension that a few kind words might so easily have relieved now threaten to sabotage the expedition.
I suppose she'll do.
I can't be that bad, right? We still have 46 morale. 42% morale. Can't be that bad, right? For the first expedition that we have there. The first phase is going to be... Oh, the second phase is going to finish now in the courthouse. Done, he just says. Nothing really changes. I think only with the next phase. Oh, phase 1 completed, right. And there we have now the beautiful foundation of our courtyard. So we can now begin the next phase. We have the concrete. We have the bricks, the steel beams. It needs now 500 workers. We do have that. We can start the phase. This phase here. Now, I think the next phase, the last phase, it doesn't show us what we really need later then. So hopefully not any windows, because windows are already rare. And I've used all the sand mines that we can get. And in that case here, this is just expensive. But it's so cool to have that monument here. So we have this monument, we have this monument, we have the palace monument. So lots of monuments that we can build. Beautiful as it looks. Now that's that. What I think is, when I look at my upgrades, yes, we can upgrade more people again. Especially I want to have more engineers and investors. So in that case here, we do have some engineers here waiting to upgrade. We do have the windows. New buildings have been unlocked. Very good. We have that. Down here, oh, we have some workers still. We might just upgrade them to beautiful artisans. Right, we still have enough resources, no problem so far, and lots of people want to upgrade. Oh, we shouldn't probably upgrade any more workers. We can upgrade, though, more farmers. That we can do over here to get a positive balance out there again. And we still have so many resources. Here, we have a few workers. Let's upgrade them. I don't want to get workers too close to the center there, so there we have still workers we need to upgrade. This will put us to negative again, though. We should watch out. Right, and now we can upgrade some farmers again. That we should do over here. Let's see, here we still have farmers. Here. And those guys here, right? So this is once again, now these numbers here grow, of course, and this is only because of the monument there. So once this is finished, it's fine. So that's the workers, and let's also go for some more artisans here, because we still have lots of artisans, even though I do love the buildings, so I don't want to get rid of them entirely. But still, we want to upgrade more, of course. We want to get more and more investors here. This block here, this block here. Coming too close to the harbor area there. This one definitely. Beautiful. Probably, yeah, those guys here. Some windows there again, and I just love how the artisan buildings look with the well in the middle. Look at that. So beautiful. Much more beautiful than the investor and engineer buildings for sure. Looks really colorful and stuff like that. Perhaps we just have an artisan city of our own as well at some point. Might just do that with all the glory that you can have. Sorry pals, I need to do that. And this one here too. We do need to get more engineers. We need to get more investors especially in the center here. Right, and look at that. We have still so many artisans that we need to upgrade in that case here. Construction stopped? I don't think so. So we are still going strong here. Still everything is being built for our first monument here. Of course, ornaments and stuff like that is coming afterwards, so building is really taking a lot of time. And while we wait for... Oh! The next expedition, while we wait for the courthouse, I wanted to say, but the expedition actually needs our attention once again. In the grasp of the tentacular, could it be the kraken? What else could possess tentacles with as wide as a barrel and long as bowsprits? As you look at claims to have spotted protruding from the trackle black swell. Creature of legend or not, a shadow below the surface is hurtling towards your ship at full speed. And we do have a good ship there, a good captain, and let's outrun the thing. 70%. A powerful spurt of propulsion, the unnatural power of your steamship eclipses the chatting shadow from the far, far depths. The ship's horn sounds a farewell salute to the creature. Alright, so we survived that. Hopefully we get the end of this expedition here soon. The morale is getting rather low. And it's been out there for quite some time now. And now, while we wait for the courthouse here to continue building, beautiful construction site there, where our criminals can could be put to justice. Here in the old world, we do have now our, well, ships here. So first of all, our cargo ships have arrived. So there they are, rather close already to Madame Kahina. And in the new world, what we can do is I do have another cargo ship here as well, just to see what items she's offering here. So Isabel, as we can see, she's got some items there for the trade unions as well, which is always interesting. For sugarcane, for example, productivity, tobacco plantation, tobacco is something we would need soon. There we have the pearl farm, so that is something we are using right now already. Plus, this one here actually has a good expedition bonus for for hunting and navigation. So it's actually looking like a good one here, the scuba diver. Let's get him. So for money, at least we don't have to care. Poncho darner, bombin weaver, the sugarcane plantation. I think there was a cook there. There we have some epic items even. Poncho darner and, oh, we don't need that. Tortilla maker. Cigar factory productivity 40% and replaces the input. Instead of wood veneers, we need timber. Very important. That's a pretty good one. Saves us a lot of workforce there. Having a look of more of these items there. It's good to have so much money there. We would have a second one here. It's actually not bad to have a second one since, well, we will need some or quite some cigar production there. But since it comes quite often, I don't care right now. But it's good to know that there are still items like this one here out there. This one is sugarcane plantation. Nope. This one here for the trade union as well affects all plantations actually. There we have the chocolate factory. Instead of sugar, it processes coffee beans. And you make chocolate out of coffee beans, it seems. So in that case here, that would be the quality chocolatier. But I don't think that we need that really. You know, so I want to have my chocolate farms there. Coffee roaster productivity 30%. That's pretty good. And minus 50% workforce needed. That's good. Because we have a huge production for that. And workforce is rare as always in the new world. So this is a pretty good item there. Tortilla maker, cocoa, sugar cane, extra goods. I think that's the end of it, right? Oh, there we still have coffee roaster. I can combine that with the other item that we have. So two items that are very good for our cocoa, for our coffee, that is. And we have chocolate. Unfortunately, there's no achievement for investing a trillion amounts of money there for those guys, for those NPCs here. But that's fine. Where are my coffee roasters? They're over here. Right, so we can use that right away. I mean, they are full output storage, so I think we need another ship here anyway. But in that case here, we can then lower the amount of workforce that we need in Santa Maria. So that's that. And in the old world, over here, Our cargo ships have arrived at Madame Kahina. Let's have a look there. She's got good items as always. She's got lots for botanical gardens and for the zoo here. We have the lionfish, but let's only go for rare. What's this one here? Diplomacy for ships. Might come in handy for the expeditions. There we have an ox. There we have, oh, something for museum as well, right? So we have 3 major attractiveness buildings. I always forget. So we have the zoo, the museum, and the botanical gardens, of course. There's a treasure hunt here. Harbor master. No. I want rare items. There's one. Oh, this is looking good. Let's take this one here for the botanical gardens. There's another ship item. Diplomacy. The pelican, very good for the zoo. Oh, there was a dolphin, but doesn't matter. There we have the caribou. Oh, ship diplomacy again. She's got really good items, I gotta say that. Oh, gorilla, very good. There's 3 rare items there, but we do have another ship here. I was expecting that. So let's get the caribou there and the balloon fish. It wasn't a bear, actually, it was a balloon fish. That case here. Epic once again. Diplomacy, we have that. Alligator, don't have that yet. It's this one here. Military ships. Diplomacy, naval power, very good. Drayfon Gust, he's called. Very important one. Oh, there we got some epic items again. Trade prizes, diplomacy 20. This one here increases the chance of specialists visiting your island. We have a gold coin there. I wonder how many items they actually have. Let's take this one here. So 2 ships, they're full of very precious items. Let's get this back to here, Cape Trelawney. Very good for some expedition. I think, yeah, expedition has something. And the expedition has returned. And we get something hopefully for our zoo. Oh, yep. The black swallower, an epic item. Epic animal there. Then we got the blobfish and a tiger. Very good. So 3 good items there. Rare and epic. That's what we want. And there is my ship already. It's docked already in Crown Falls. The beautiful Great Eastern. We can unload everything again. Unfortunately, we are capped. I mean, unfortunately, it's pretty good that we are capped. But in that case, we can use those items for the next expedition then right away. So that was the first expedition with our Great Eastern there. A beautiful ship, and we're going to have many more expeditions with that kind of ship, but also with military ships. Stay tuned.